So, we're going to end up joining Game 2 right here from the beginning. This is going to be another long one for you guys to watch. Ian will start off with his token Stoneforge, 2 mana into a Stoneforge Mystic. Nothing wrong with that. Ian's down 1-0 in this game. Souk ended up taking that first one. And, getting that first game is extremely important. It puts you in the driver's seat for the rest of the game. It lets you make decisions that you might not want to make, but seem like the best decision to put pressure on. Not like you're throwing anything away, but sometimes playing too safe, it hampers your progress that you can make in a game. Souk will drop his third land, which is a Seachrome Coast. Passing it back over to Ian. Ian at the end of turn will tap 2 and cheat in Sword of Worn Piece, and he'll Divine Offering it to get it out of his face. Souk will gain 3 life and go up to 23 if my count is correct. And Ian will feel pretty defeated there. Any artifact destruction off that Stoneforge is just... it's unfair. I shouldn't say that because Stoneforge is pretty unfair in herself. Oh yeah, I'm just going to play my Stoneforge. I'll tutor up an equipment. And, oh yeah, you want to counterspell it? I don't think you can. It's put in by an ability. So, take that one. Okay, he's going to crack a Scalding Tarn. Scalding Tarn searching out more than likely an island, because he shouldn't be running mountains in his deck. I would be extremely shocked if he did. And would lead me to lots of speculation as to why he would run a red in his deck. But Sparkblade has been gone for quite a bit. So, Metamorph's going to come in, copy that Stoneforge, and go search for another equipment to cheat in. Boy, I can't stop yawning. So, I'd assume it'd be Batterskull here, but it's not. It is a sort of Feast and Famine, which doesn't do anything really natively against his deck because he's not running black or green, but discard and untapping land is huge, especially if you remember the first game, how Ian got most of his land destroyed via Sun Titan and Tectonic Edge. So, Souk will play a Tumble Magnet, keep everything in check for right now. He can eat a couple small bits of damage, but very, very important to keep that Tumble Magnet on the board. Tumble Magnet does so much against these equipment-driven decks. The only thing that would really hamper Tumble Magnet and put it back in advantage for them is why can't I think of it? I can't remember. Oh yeah, Brasquire. But as you noticed, I've had to cut this game up a little bit. There was ended time on that one. I don't know what happened to the recording over here, but as it stands, the Tumble Magnet got removed, so it was probably through a Divine Offering is what it looks like to be on the top of his graveyard. Can't really blame him. Divine Offering does a lot. So, Souk will pay 4 mana, Day of Judgment the field, which is huge, assuming it resolves. Ian tapping his foot on the floor, debating. Showing Counterspell, and just the inability to pull the trigger on that mana leak. Preferring to untap and just let it happen. I'm sure there's a good reason behind it. Ian's a very strong player with Cawblade right now. He'll equip this sort of Feast and Famine to Inkmoth Nexus. Souk will discard, let Ian untap his land, and worst case scenario to lead to a Jace. Squad Hawk. More cawing. More blades. So, end of turn, sword unequips. And you're staring at Ian with 3 mana available. Blue or a white, a blue, and a colorless. Souk will end up playing his Ratchet Bomb, which should keep in check a good amount of what Ian will play, being most of its low drops, outside of Planeswalkers and Sun Titan. It's low to mid-range, which is why Cawblade is so good. You can do everything early before big hitting decks set up. So, Ian will pay 1, bring out that Ink Moth. Lee's going to try that same stunt again. And going for some more infect damage. Nom nom. Which I really don't think Souk is that worried about the infect damage right now. He's going to add a counter to Ratchet Bomb. When you start taking hits from that sort of Feast and Famine, it gets very difficult to come back. It's taking away a lot of options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring out a Gideon Jura. Elite a Mana Leak. I'm sure Souk's pretty happy about that one. One blue, Preordain. I believe Souk's in top deck mode. It's not a situation you really want to be in at any point. Unless you're running Hellbent. But that's non-standard. So, Souk will Preordain, put a card on top, 1 on bottom, draw it, and probably Windmill slam it down at some point. Because I don't imagine what you would keep on top that you're not going to play this turn, unless it's a counterspell. At least in his deck. Yeah, it's probably a counterspell. So, Ian's going for that whole, I'm going to equip and kill you with infect damage. Tactic. Souk will tap 2. Oh, maybe into the Royal. Yep. Into the Royal. Unkicked for some reason. Maybe so he can pay for the Mana Leak if he does Mana Leak it. And he's going to put the token up to 2 on the Ratchet Bomb. Souk having 6 mana open gives him good options, and Ian is tapped out. Souk thumbing over his graveyard. It's probably Sun Titan. Nope, it's a land. That's lame. If I were Souk, I would have probably kept that land in hand to bluff counterspell, and or something else. Souk really needs to draw something to keep that out of there. Right now, if he has a Colonnade, he can animate it and block. Colonnade will sure take 3 poison counters, but it doesn't really matter. I think Ian just ended his turn. Yeah, I believe that's what happened. Souk's gonna sit behind that Colonnade and keep that block up. And I think Ian's worried too much about winning with infect damage here. Those two hawks and Ink Moth, you still want to go in. You can only block so many. He's gonna bring it to Batter Skull. Now you can start going with regular damage, but now you're leaving the strategy that you were sitting on. I think at that point you end up going in with both. Baby Jace. Mana Leak, Souk will pay the 3, because he doesn't care. Pay 1, Preordain. Look at those top two, hopefully dig for something that actually works for him. But, don't know at all. More than likely nothing for 1 mana, you send them both to the bottom. Another land. And looks like Souk is gonna scoop this one up. And they're gonna end up going over to game 3. Yeah, they're gonna shuffle this up. I think I actually made an issue editing here, so I'm gonna end this a little bit early and kind of fix this up. So see where this goes. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and please follow along.